Welcome back, everyone, to the spooky Halloween district on the Skizzlecraft server. My name is RedWolf416. Thank you for joining me tonight. We are in a mad race. If I can get my camera worked out. We are in a mad race to finish our build in the Halloween district. We are building a giant skull spider, and oh man, it is coming down to the wire. There are only 7 days until the Skizzleman himself does a tour of the Halloween district, and I still have a lot of work to do. So, without further ado, let us go to the spookiest place on the server. Set my spawn point. And let's take a look at what we have, take a look at what we still need to do. So you can see we're getting the shape of the skull going. We've got the overall sphere. We need to do the cheekbones. We need to do the teeth. And we need to finish that left eye socket, which I think that needs to be the first thing. So we're going to go over and check out that eye socket there, see what materials are needed. And we will pick some up from our little chest monster over here. I also need to light up the top of this a bit. Oh, and you can see from my inventory, I was in the resource world and I found a couple of shipwrecks. Got myself some smithing templates and another Heart of the Sea. So we are going to put those in our treasure box down in the ender chest in just a moment. But first things first, we need to make sure that this is a little bit more spawn proof. So I think we'll do it on level 86 here. Go all the way around. Something doesn't look right. Oh, it's because I have not finished this quarter of it. And we can't put it on that one, but we can put it there. And eventually we'll be covering this all with carpet or snow or string so that we can get it not non-spawnable, but without a bunch of torches up there too. Now, after I eat a little bit of some munchies here, I'm going to take a look. It looks like we need some stripped birch logs, some birch planks, some packed mud brick stairs, just a couple, 1 or 2 pieces of the dripstone blocks, and we've got the muddy mangrove roots. So a few things need to be done. We're also going to need some more of the pale oak planks. Did not mean to fall in his nose like a goober. We're going to need some planks and some solid blocks and maybe some stairs of the pale oak. Now, on the one hand, it's going to be a little bit easier to do the second eye socket because we've already done it once. On the other hand, I always find it a little bit difficult to match what I already have. Let's get rid of our treasures, or not get rid of, but just offload some of them, and then we can get back to it. I don't have room for a Heart of the Sea. What is something I could get rid of? Well, no, let's just pick this up, put it back, and we'll just do that. Now, I do have a beacon box here, which I could set up, but I don't really need to do any mining, so I don't really see a point in having it right now. So we'll just keep going as we are, but let's get rid of a couple of more odds and ends, like this and this. All right, so like I said, I went around the resource world working on finding some quote-unquote white variant blocks, and this is what I've got. So I was looking for calcite, and I have gone to almost all 4 corners of our resource world, and I have not found any calcite. I've seen some awesome views, some mountains that go all the way up to 240 and Y, but no calcite. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but you know, we can make do with what we've got if I can just find the right blocks. So we'll do this and this. We're gonna need this, and we're probably gonna need this. And then we need this. Actually, let's go with the one that's already used up some. We'll go with those. And we're probably going to need this to make some more of them. All right, I think that's a good start for now. Let's get back up there and get that eye socket complete. Now, the things that need to be done, yes, I need to make the teeth. And I need to shape out the rest of the skull a little bit more. And then after that, hopefully, maybe there will be time to work on the front body section of this ginormous spider. So let's take a look at what I've got going on here, see if I can copy it over. Looks like we've got a stair, a solid, and then 3 slabs and another stair. That is there. So we've already got the stair. I forgot to get the pale oak, and it looks like it's almost nighttime. Well, I hope everyone is doing well. This is, let's see here. It is, at this point, 10 p.m. my time on October 23rd, 2025. And like I said, we are only a few days away from Skizzleman coming to tour the server. I should probably get some more of that. In fact, I think I can catch that. Nope. Maybe I can catch this one. Nope. All right, guess I'm going down again. And this is why I go through rockets so fast. Okay, now we just sprint back across here. Take a look at what comes next. We're gonna do some birch logs, stripped birch logs. Coming from right here. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I possibly only need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that looks right. There does need to be a solid block of those right there. And then let's come back over, and we're gonna go with some upside down stairs. Upside down stairs, solid block, and then forward facing right side upstairs. All right. So this is where it gets a little bit tedious, just the constant back and forth. Upside down stairs, solid block, forward facing stairs. And from there, we've got a solid and a solid. Looks like we already got one. Looks like I have someone else in the district with me. Not sure who it was, but glad to have the company. What do we have under here? We have some more of those. All right, let's see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're gonna do 1. Nope, that's not it. Too far forward. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do one more of these. Okay, now let's keep falling in that nose. We want another strip log there. Let's have it facing back like that. Oh. Okay, LBB says howdy stream, and well, there's nobody watching right now, but that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 is what we want. We'll do netherrack under those two. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if I recall, those are brick steps. Is that right? Or does it go back? Oh, it's on the netherrack. What am I thinking? Okay, and then we're going to be getting rid of all of those dripstone except for the one right above the outer step. I think. Yeah. Oop. Yes, directly above it. I was afraid it was behind it. So we're going to get rid of all of these, and these are going to be getting replaced with something else. On the inside, the tear duct side, we are going to go with an upside down stair. Let's put some more netherrack in there. Right there. And then on this side, we're doing another stair over here. Good. And then what have we got? We've got a couple of, what is that? The packed mud behind the stairs. And then we've got nothing but muddy mangrove roots. There and there. And now let's get the muddy mangrove roots in. Ah, I think that's it. Let's go look at that from a distance. Let's see if they match up. Hey, thanks Lean Bean for joining. Oh, I don't have my torches in hand. Yay, we have one viewer. All right, I think that's good. I almost want to bring that pack mud down a little bit more. Let's try that. Ow. Let's see here. To bring it down, we are actually going to go with some packed mud brick slabs. Means we need to do a little bit of crafting here. So if it's nighttime or just rainy time. Let's go see if we can sleep. Nope. Okay. Oh yeah, it is rainy time. That looks pretty good. let's bring this down. Let's do 2 right there. See what this ends up looking like. If I can place them right. Pick up some of this garbage. Get everything? Thinks I need a little bit more light in here. We'll be filling this in with stuff. Maybe. If we can't, we just got to make sure that it doesn't spawn anything. Oh, that's a much better eye shape now. Yeah, I like that. I love the glitchiness of hitting the bed on the fly. Got stuck on my text screen there. Okay. I saw something funky going on with the nose, but I gotta not get lost in the details too much and keep moving forward on this. There we go. That's a little bit better look. Now, we have some upper part of the skull to finish. So let's change out what blocks we've got in our hotbar here. That'll be enough for now. Yeah, so this is going to be looking like one big rectangle here. And then we need to continue this around. We are going to have to go down here. How far out does that go? 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And then there and there. What have we got? We gotta go out. Another one here. 1, 2. That means that's the third one there. All right. That looks a little bit better. Now, we'll just follow this down. That's a solid. I think that means that this one is placed in error. Okay, and then we've got those 3. Those are just going to go straight back. There. Okay, and then we got to get this done. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. Looks like we just got a couple of straight lines going back. I did not bring more pale oak logs. I may have forgotten to mention, the music we're listening to is Stream Beats by Harris Heller. And it is DMCA free music that can be found on Spotify. And what is the album that we are listening to? I'm going to check that really quick. It is called Dansu. We need to go down one more. I'm not sure what it looks like right here. I think I have some stairs in there. Let's head over there and see. Oh, let's check out our level, though. We need to figure out how to finish level 84. From the center, we go one over, then down. Okay. So where does the rest of it go? Oh, I think I know what it is. Across 1, 2, 3. Right there. Okay. We need to throw probably a little bit of netherrack in there so that we can actually get a block to place correctly. Maybe right there. 1, 2, 3. Now we can get rid of that. Okay. We've got some stairs and solid blocks right in this area that we got to look at on the other side. And then maybe we'll be able to say that part is done. Of course, we're probably going to be hollowing this out a little bit, making it so it's not so flat. We got to actually add a little bit of a... there's an indentation in a skull that is it's where the temple is. Looks like we've got... Oh, let's see here. Solid block. Solid block. There's a stair there. I wonder if we already have that stair. Solid block, stair, stair. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do that. Think that needs to be that. Solid block, solid block. I think this was actually one of the stairs. And what have we got here? What needs to be there? I feel like there's another stair there. What is this piece? I think that is another one of those. Could be wrong. We got to check out what this section is right here. There, yeah, I think that's right. All right. Let's go look at this from a distance again. We'll do a little fly around. Okay. I think that's what we needed to do. We can drop off some of our stuff, some of our extra stuff here, and we can start carving out a little bit more of our details, adding more cheekbones to those cheekbones. We don't need those. We do want all of that, but we don't need... Well, we'll probably need that, actually. We don't need those, though. I don't think we need the birch right now. And I don't think we need the muddy mangrove root. Alright. I Things are looking a little bit cleaner in our inventory. All right, I want to take a look at the line I'm going to be following for the cheekbone. That's the beginning of it right there. It needs to kind of come down right in this section and bulge out a little bit. But if we're going to make it look like it's bulging out, we almost need to carve away that right there. So we'll add a couple of blocks in here, and then we'll carve out that side. There's some conversation about some building technique. I'm sitting at the gold farm. Happy gas. Dry gas through the mail system. Ah. Saying the dried happy gas look like rocks. Yeah, I suppose I could see that too. So we want to add a little bit more body to the cheekbones. I don't know if I can reach that easily though. Come on. I'm not good at parkour. More like parkant. Okay, starting to get a shape of cheekbone. We can maybe lower it down there. You know, I think I'm just going to have to tower up. I have tried using that happy gas over there to be like the floating scaffolding. Yeah, I need more practice, and I don't have time for that right now. Then let's add that there. And maybe a little bit out here. And then we'll want to carve out a little bit under there to kind of give the cheekbones a little bit more of an overhang. Yeah, maybe that'll do. Let's get down and take a look at it from a little bit of a distance. We got to keep in mind where Skizzleman is going to be viewing this from mostly. I think that one can actually come down more. That can come down a little bit more. Might even throw some stairs in there just to get a little bit of an angle. Figure out a good place to put my netherrack tower. Get that? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Let's put one more stair block in there. See if that helps the line a little bit. Maybe we can get some fences in there to soften it up a little bit. Okay. I think what we need to do before we shape out the rest of that cheekbone is we need to get the teeth in there. But before we do that, I wanna hollow out that temple area just a little bit. Okay, I think we can get rid of this one, this one, this one, and this one to back to here. Just bring those in a bit. Maybe this one as well. Let's bring that one out there. So the ridge is supposed to, the cheekbone ridge kind of splits and goes up towards the eye socket. Maybe we'll put that, oh, we need to leave that one there. We are almost down to the cheekbone ridge. What's interesting on a real skull, the cheekbone actually creates there's almost like a hole there, I think. It goes down towards the top of the jawbone, which we are not going to be having a jawbone. I think we can bring this in. Climb back out. Maybe let's go craft some stairs. Nah, this is gonna be really difficult to duplicate this on the other side. That does it a little bit better. And maybe we can put that there like that. Maybe? That there? Maybe? Let's go look at that from a distance. It's kind of hard to get perspective on it when you're standing up close to it so long. Yeah, that'll probably have to do. Maybe we'll bring in a bit of solid blocks along here, make that a little bit more interesting. That ridge, so it's not just a perfect sphere. That is this. Okay, we'll make this so that's a little bit shallower of a slope. Need more slabs. Okay. That might be pretty good. We might have to bring in some darker colors there. But for now, we will do that. Okay, now let's get sculpting that upper teeth. All right, so we need to make, this is the difficult part. We need to make a cylinder that is at an angle. It almost needs to be at a 45-degree angle, which is helpful. That's a little bit easier. But we're gonna put that there. It needs to come out. We'll probably use some stairs to smooth this out a bit too. Oh, man, a 45-degree angle is just almost too steep downward. It needs to come out more level. Maybe if we do 2. That's almost too much. Like, we're not making a horse here. Maybe 2 out from here. And then maybe we can use stairs right there to smooth that out a little bit. So let's see here. We're going to do that. Maybe we'll do slabs right there. Oh, I haven't been using my water bucket that much. I have been using my bed a lot, though. Now, another thing I want to do with all those extra white-ish blocks that I was showing you earlier is I want to bring in some variance into the texture. Now, oh, I'm using the wrong blocks here. There we go. Sounds like there's some shenanigans afoot. So I think we need to bring this one down an extra one. This is I want the teeth section to be kind of like the shell, or I don't know if this is the right word, the carapace, or the back of the spider, of the front part of the body. I think this one needs to go out a little bit more. Then we can go down by 1. Maybe this can be replaced with stairs. Like that. Round it out just a little bit more. just kind of making up this shape as we go. But this is supposed to be where the teeth are coming down. We reach that. No, we cannot. We're gonna lower this a little bit. We have a general idea of the shape. We don't really need to keep this framework, this wireframe anymore. Where am I going with this? See, one there and one there. That way we can go there. And there. We need to start dropping this off down and around a little bit more. Maybe we'll do not there. There. And then let's come down here. Can we get it? Can we get it? Maybe. There we go. All right, let's go check this out. Now, I need to eat some food. Killing my knees. All right, so coming down in here. Yeah, let's bring that down a level. It's almost going out too much now. So let's come down a little bit. In fact, that front row could maybe be just stairs. So we're going to have to make some more stairs. So this one right here needs to be stairs, because this is where we need to start bringing it down. I guess we are kind of going more for a 45 degree at this point. Let's go there. Didn't know I could get more dried gas. Let's make this one turn the corner a little bit. Like that. Wait, come back. Okay, let's add a bit more to this up here. Just looking at it from way up high like that, I was realizing that there was just something missing. Maybe like that. Or maybe we need another stair. Maybe we need more stairs right here in the front. Right, like that and that. That'd be good. Let's go look from on top of this vine over here. Yeah, that's almost too straight. We need more arc to that. Means that this should probably be a solid block. Out. Oh my gosh, twice? I'm gonna accidentally kill myself just by walking off this edge here. Okay, let's do a little bit of that. A little bit of that. Let's take these three and turn these into solid blocks. And then I think that gives a little bit more of an arch there. Like that. That time I walked off on purpose. Okay, now we need to bring that down there. Looks kind of... I think that's coming out forward too far. Yeah. Definitely don't need this guy or this guy. Not like that. Maybe like... let's... How do we do this? Let's go down there. We'll get a solid in there. Now let's get a stair going this way. Let's do that again over here. Maybe like that. Yeah, that's sort of it. I almost need to come down now. I'm not so sure about this. This is weird. I'm not used to drawing a skull at a 45. Not used to doing a skull in Minecraft. I think that's looking pretty good. We can accentuate the cheekbone after this. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Maybe it needs to come out more and then go back. Let's see if we can do this. Whee! It's the little things. So I said it kind of needs to come out more and then back. So I don't know if that means like that. Maybe like that. Is that how I did it? I don't know. Yeah, I think that's how I did it. Sorry, just checking on the conversation, seeing if anybody needs anything. I think this is a place for an upside down stair. And then maybe we need a right side up stair. Another one right there. And where did I put that upside down stair? Right here. And we can put in another upside down one. I think I'm going to have to tower up for this. Right there. Changes the shape a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. I'm really hoping that once I start introducing some of those slightly dark colored white blocks, in specific areas, then we'll really start to see this pop. I think that's a good way to go right there. I think we can start building up the cheekbones just a little bit more now. Like maybe, just maybe, we can do, oh, I don't know, say stare there, and we'll do that. I don't know, like I've said, I'm making it up as I go. A little bit better. Yeah. So let's see here. We want stair there, solid block there, stair. Nope. Nope, nope. There. Now where are we going? Two solid, and an upside down stair. So we've got that, and that. And then we still need to build out more of the cheekbone on the other side too, but I have a feeling this is going to be viewed mostly from this angle, so if we don't get that other cheekbone done, I'm not as worried about it. If I could actually get up off the ground. Look at this. That's a much better cheekbone. Yeah. If we get some darker colors under there, that's really going to make it pop out. Like if we get some of the mushroom stem in there, I think that'll really be good. We are sitting at right about an hour on our stream right now, so let's just see what else we can do. I think we got a little bit more time ahead of us. I did see a spot where I need to put some upside down stairs in. You know what we need to do is we need to add some discolored teeth. That would be awesome. All right, let's start bringing in a little bit of variety here. Bone blocks. Fitting, considering that it's bone. Let's take a look at the difference in colors here, though. I'm curious. This is a little bit darker, a little bit more gray. This is more yellowy. But if we were to do that, then what? I mean, we'd be getting a lot of dots if we did that. It's lighter and darker at the same time, so I don't like that. So we'll try and make it with the with those mushroom stem blocks. So we're going to throw in some darker shades underneath this cheekbone. Now, the use of stair blocks does cause a little bit of a problem because I don't have stair blocks for mushroom stems. So we'll just, yeah, keep going with this. Maybe like that. Get a little bit of shading in there. I don't necessarily like that being there like that now. Let's try that. There we go. A little bit of that shading going on. Well, shoot. We definitely got to have a square there now. Not a fan of how that works with the mushroom stems. All right, let's take a look at that from a distance. I can keep from killing myself. Oh, come on. All right. Sorry I'm having so many dead spots where I'm not doing much talking, but, you know, I get focusing on stuff. That's interesting. More subtle than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, a little more subtle than I thought it was going to be. Let's throw some of this in there. Maybe on that one up there. Not what I wanted. Yeah. Let's take a look at that from a distance. Why did my rocket not go? Okay. Well, it sounds like the music stopped. I am almost out of rockets. Looks like we need to do a little bit of playing around with something here. Pardon the pause. We're going to go to a different album. Let's try this one. This one is called Sus. Same artist. Harris Heller Stream Beats on Spotify. I think it's time for us to start getting the body shape in here. Means that I'm going to deposit some of this stuff here. And we need to grab something else. Maybe some of this as well. Okay, let's just tuck this back and under here. We want to make it look like the mouth portion of this is actually fitting over the spider. Let's see if I can reach that. Can I? Yeah. know how to get this where I want it. Let's go. Let's see here. How can we do this? Let's go visit our stone cutter over here that Tormir was using earlier. Do we have any already? No. Okay. Let's see. Let's take some of these too. And let's replace some of those deeper ones with the dark colors. Oh, that's right. I'm out of rockets, aren't I? Yeah. Nice landing. Tucked right in under here. That's better. Back, would it look okay if I did stairs right there? Oh, I know. Getting all excited here. There we go. Add a little bit more shape to this. Whoa. Oh, that was crazy what just happened there. Some kind of a lag spike. I may have to restart Minecraft here in a second. We'll see how it goes. Crazy lag spike. One rocket blasted out in level 5 integration. All right. Yeah, we wanted to go lighter color right there. Okay. No, we don't want you facing that way. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep, I messed that up. Land right here. See if we can reach it this way. That's more like it. Alright, and let's get some of these stairs in here. Not those. Alright. As always, just kind of making this up as I go. But we need to get up there. Means I need to do some towering up. And put that there so we can put that there. I don't think we need the axe right now. I just want to use that for the shadows. We can put that there. I gotta get a drink of water, excuse me. Okay, we are back. And trying to figure out where we want to continue the shadow blocks. Maybe if you're doing like that. There we go. Now it starts tucking in. Oh, it was nighttime again already. Alright, and so I think that instead of stairs right there, we actually need to extend this out a little bit further. Maybe we can do some slabs to ease the slope there. For now, we need to actually get this in a body. So that's one. Yeah, let's do two here and then that. Maybe we can try and start matching the other side really quick. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Have to lay down on the job. All right, now we want a solid black stone and a stair there. Ah, a little bit better. Man, I swear that nighttime comes every 10 minutes. I see a block that does not belong. A couple of them. Thought I saw a wandering trader for a second. And we got to remember, this is the top of the front body of the spider. So let's extend this out. There. Be there a little bit. No. Those don't need to be there. Well, hi there. Well, I would really like to shoot you. Ooh, boots. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. What do we get? Depth Strider? Okay. We'll just put them right here. It would be nice as if I had some flint. Because we have a mod pack that we can use flint for adjusting things like armor stands, which I am not going to be doing armor stands, but I believe it's how we can make invisible item frames. that there? That might work. If we're saying that the black stone is just the shaded areas, then that works, I think. Indicates that there's a bit of an overhang there. Okay, we are getting close to where we're going to need to put the eyes for this thing. So we need to bring this down in the front some. Like we are getting to that part right there. Yeah. Let's see. Let's start bringing that around, down and around. Let's also start making things darker down here. Maybe we'll just do a little bit of that. Maybe some of that here too. Yeah, in fact, I think this one should be a black stone as well. This is where the mandibles are going to be. This is where the teeth are going to be hanging down. Which means that right over in here is where we're putting the eyes. We're going to take that. Go like that there. Just like I said before, just making up this shape as we go. This is a little bit more difficult. I don't have a skull exactly to hide it. I think what we're going to do is we're going to bring it in a bit now. I think it's about time to start reducing this down. I think that's a good place to be right there. We can narrow down the body there, and then let's do that. Narrow it down right there. I'm going to take these out so it doesn't look so fat. Keep hearing rockets going off next to me. I think someone's doing a flyby. Oh, hey. How's it going? Oh, am I in need of supplies? Let's see here. I don't think so. Thank you. Whoa.
I keep forgetting I have this.
Boy, that made some interesting sounds when you were plugging it in.
Yeah, well, I had the microphone goes up in the earpiece,
Okay.
so I had to bring it out.
Okay. No,
Alright.
I think I'm well, actually no, I do have do you have a collection of string by chance?
I do. Hold
Ooh.
on.
So it looks like we're going to be getting some string. Okay, let's see here.
Ta-da!
Cool, thank you. Now I can mob
Yep.
proof the top of this thing.
Let's say, I hope it's enough.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I can get some white carpet if I need to. Cool. Thank you.
I'm finally done with mine.
Go get sleep.
I'm finally done with mine.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, I've never done a skull before, and I've never built at an angle either. So you know, I start getting lost in the details, and I realize I just need to stop working on the details and do what I can.
Yeah. I was struggling with mine also because even though I've built a skull before, I just don't know why I was having such trouble, but neat. But with what you just said what it would be, like a spider.
Yeah.
Kind of gave me Watcher in the Water vibes.
Okay.
From I don't know. I've just been listening to Lord of the Rings lately, and it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
it
I was
just
like,
came
that
to
sounds
mind.
familiar. What is that from? First, I was thinking like one of the monsters from The Witcher or something like that. But
Yeah, no, it's the aquatic monster that was in the
right,
water by Moria's
yeah, that
yeah.
in the movie that
How did
basically was a kraken.
yeah.
But, yeah, yeah. I was kind of going for, I don't know, if Shelob was a hermit crab that used a skull.
Shelob was outside Mordor.
Yes.
Yeah. She was the spider thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yep. We'll see.
Yep.
As long as it's spooky.
Yes, that's right. And my dogs are barking. Okay. They were telling me to log off and go to sleep and bring them
All right.
back. That's
Well, thank you again. Well, that was very nice of her to do that. Now we can start mob proofing. Well, not now, but you know, now that we have string, in one of the next streams, we can start mob proofing. What I want to do, missed it, is at least fill in this side over here of this part of the body. As you can see, I got one of the eyes. Got one of the eyes in place. I need to do 3 more on each side. But my plan with that is that I will be... Oh, hello. The other eyes will be on item frames. So they can look smaller. I want there to be one big eye and then 3 smaller ones. I'm thinking one here, and maybe one down here or something like that. I don't like how that stair is perfectly even right there. It just makes a weird line there. So we may have to play around with the placement of those black stone blocks. Maybe make it so that there's a little bit of a ridge there or something. That one need to be there? I don't think that one needed to be there. Yeah, let's eat. Bring that in. Then I'm going to go like that. This is where we can start bringing in like that. Yeah, we'll make it so there's a little bit of a ridge there. Makes it just a little bit more interesting. Also, this is where the teeth need to be coming down. They're going to be coming down pretty large right there. So this actually almost needs to have a concave shape for us to bring the teeth in. This is also where the legs start, right in here. So we do need to be mindful of that. Let's keep that open like that. That's about where the teeth are going to be on either side. And maybe we can make use of a wall block or something. Does Blackstone have a wall block? Don't know. Blackstone is one of those ones where it's a really neat color, but I'm not sure that it has a whole lot to go with it. And what I mean by that is like not a whole lot of variance to it. Or I am mistaken and it has a lot of variance. Didn't mean to do that many, but that's okay. We can start using these to soften up some corners too. Maybe we'll use like some polished deep slate or something like that. Oh, we already have some. Okay, maybe we'll do like deep slate tiles. Those are kind of scaly looking. Oh, but if we've got these, that means we can also make some stairs. There we go. Let's bring this stuff in. And maybe this is what we'll make the mandibles out of. We need that facing a different way. That. Okay, that's interesting. Now, are there wall variants of this? There are. So let's just play around with this. I'm not going to get them to connect at all. Well, actually, we kind of do. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, I'm liking this. All right, let's get something else in here. Polished blackstone wall. And you know it would be good to go with that is if we had some fencing. Not any fencing, but a netherite brick fence at the very tip. If we do this, it goes right down there. I may have to lower this down or raise the mandible up a little bit. Is it nighttime already? Again. Time just doesn't stop, does it? I gotta go sleep. That feels like that should come more forward. Like that. Down. That really is the right length right there, but I need it. Maybe we just need to go straight into the netherite. Maybe we need to do... that. And bring in the netherite wall there. I don't know. I don't want it to all be this gray. I like the blackstone, but maybe we just need to get rid of that. there. Maybe we need to do something else with the black stone. Let's experiment. Just get rid of all that. There we go. Maybe that's what the teeth need to be, and then I can put the red. Oh, I could do the red netherite brick. That might be kind of interesting. Put that there, that there. We don't have any more of that. There it is. Like that. Maybe we can do this. Make it look a little bit more interesting back there. Bring in that there. Now it's softened up a little bit. I think we can also get rid of that block and that block. So now he looks like he's got a bit of a nose. Don't know if we need that. I don't want it to be just flat. I don't know. My brain is shutting down, I think is what is happening. My creative brain is not doing great. Yep. Brain's not liking this. Okay. We'll get some nether brick fence in there, and that can act as the fangs. Man, I wish I had some vertical half slabs. But I don't. This is what I got. This is what I'm using. Always hitting that F1 on accident. Get rid of a couple more things. Well, thank you all for joining me today on this stream. I appreciate you all joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. If you are watching this at a later date on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate it. And if you like this, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so that I can know what kind of content to keep making. But I really enjoyed this, and maybe in the next one we will make a lot more progress. We'll maybe start mapping out where those legs go. But I think the light is showing at the end of the tunnel, and we are going to be able to get this finished in time for Skizzleman to do his tour on the 30th. So looking forward to it. Hope you all have a good rest of your night, and I will see you next time. Bye.